Hi, I'm here. I'm going to re-record this video because yesterday was bad lighting and also I wasn't wearing socks, so I was a little worried about people just watching the video just to look at my feet. So this time we got the creep pusher weighers, force fields, the creep force fields, whatever. Yeah, so I am doing this little video recording to remember my osteo journey. I'm gonna call it osteo because that's the closest thing is, but it's like my healing, my discovery of how the body works. Yeah, it follows more osteo lines. And because I only took my first year. I took my first year of osteo at CAO, Canadian Academy of Osteopathy, in Hamilton, Ontario. Anyway, so I mostly just learned about bones and muscles. But there's so much more that I'm just tying in now that I'm really thinking about how the body comes together. And one of the things I'm thinking about is how we really want to pull away the joints I can't show you this because I'm holding the phone. This is a downfall. You really want to pull away the joints from the body. So here, just pulling them this way, right? You don't want to pull them this way, it's compression. Whoop. But a lot of times, we need a little bit more distance, right? We need each of these bones to move. Okay, so when I'm grabbing my foot here, first off, I'm noticing that this whole side here line, when I pull this up, it's all very tight. I mean, my foot is dorsiflexed, but even here, when it's on the ground, it's a little, I can feel the resistance there. But basically the thing is that one of my principles is addressing the foot or not the foot, but the body part that you're looking at, and all body parts in their full range. So let's say like an arm come up here, and then you test the muscles around, around my shoulder. I've never held a camera before. In the upwards motion, not just in this frontwards motion, if that makes sense. So with the foot, a natural motion for me is to have it pulled back towards my head. It's called dorsiflexed. And I want to make sure that all the things move in that position. So what I'm going to do is mobilize in that position. So I would let's come here. I would grab a ball, I would dorsiflex, and I would mobilize. So you can see that here I'm going to be rolling. So it's almost like a rolling pin that goes this way, right? But it's on the bottom side. So it's rolling away and creating that space in between the joints. And also I'll just stay on one of these joints and then I'll feel like these little cracks. Right? Oh, I can't really hear that there. That part's the dog. But yeah, you'll have these little adjustments that'll kind of happen. I find that the side of the foot I'm really noticing is sore and immobile. I think it's kind of because the whole body has been rotating inwards. So I've been walking it's called inversion, where the foot is like this. So if you've rolled your ankles this way, your body might naturally have this shape. Just from it would have had the stretched ligaments and muscles and tendons on the side. But also if your leg is like this, it's more prone to rolling that way too. So it's a little bit of both. Yeah, I guess I was going to do this at the same time. Another way of doing it is just sitting. And then, can't really do this. Sitting, and then I can lean forward and put the pressure on my knee. And then push and drive into the ground here as much weight as I need to. And you can see, I'm just fishing for everything that hurts. And honestly, beforehand, a couple weeks ago, when I was doing this, I was having a lot of pain here with my shoes because they're too springy. So I think they're springing back. Like instead of springing back against like a bed or a mattress kind of feeling, it was like springing back against like hardwood. So it was hitting and jostling at every step for the bones that had no movement. And that's a big principle right there that I'm kind of thinking about, is that sometimes things hurt where there's not enough movement. Like there's not, think of like this is a great analogy that I had. Think about a bridge where you have one specific stone that's like glued in there, and then the bridge moves. Or yeah, maybe like a battling rope with like a little hard piece in the middle. That part would, it might fray right around there because it has a lack of movement. That's such a good analogy. Yeah, so your body's kind of like that, where the stress will build up on the spot around the thing that has the least amount of give. So it's important to always check the whole range, right? Like I think I'm mostly talking about bones here, but I think that muscles, let's say like your biceps at the proximal side, so the part closer to your body, if that has less range, yeah, but the way to check it is just different, so it does make sense. Anyway, yeah, rolling this bottom of the foot, very important. And yeah, I think I'm gonna transfer it over to hands too. I think like a big portion of it is maybe like we're not doing enough extension, right? Not enough opening of hands. It's called jellyfish or stop signs. And if you have wrist problems, you want to be doing those. And that's very, very general because it's, oh, wait, I'm saying, oh, okay, I'm going to try not to. Darn it, I was just about to say it there. Because everyone always closes their hands more than they open it, I can basically give that as a generalized description or prescription to open your hands more. Whatever there's no occupation. If you know an occupation that opens your hands more than closes them, like a job that you would do or a repetitive motion you would do, just let me know, because that'd be really cool to see how those people's, maybe they don't have wrist pain. I would love to see that. Anyway, for the foot, so the idea here, the foot and the hand are going to be similar-ish in those kinds of ways because we use them all the time, but one's a load bearing because we walk on it. I just hit myself on the lip. Yeah, so this one we're going to mobilize it first. I'm looking down at my foot. It's still hurting. Like, I don't know, this has been quite a few days of this, like the main ones that were happening, like in my foot when I was walking, in my soft shoes. Those ones are gone. But this side is so tense and sore, and it hurts when I roll it. I'm very tender. So you'll have to, whoop. That's the problem with the side foot. So that'll happen all the time. But you'll have to kind of figure out how to get to the points, like, or how much pressure to put for each of you, right? It's always going to be different. There we go. It's always going to be different. And I can kind of, if I wanted to, I could hold this. I can kind of turn my foot and guide my foot, but the side that it needs is really going to be stuck. So I think it's probably better if I do this against a wall or something. Here's the couch. Let's see. Okay, it's very dark, sorry. Okay, see how that's against the side then. Even just pushing my foot. Here, I'll try something else over here. I might have more light here. There. I'm just pushing my foot. This couch is a little low, a little high. Whoop. But you get the gist of it, hey? Yeah, so there's that. And then also doing the top of the foot. Okay, so here, rolling the top of the foot. Or leaning over. Whoop, sorry. And getting the top of the foot there. I think it's also important to get both sides. And then you'll have to move up to the Achilles tendon right here, which honestly is a lot better with just a single roller. Ooh, ow, man. That was really painful. Okay, be a little gentle on that because it might be really sore. Either that or I just had like, it just like released really well. Yeah, try that. That's what I'm kind of doing for my ankles. I've had a lot of problems with them. I've rolled it when I was like 12 years old. My mom, I really want high heel shoes. My mom wouldn't get them for me, but instead she got me platforms because they're, they're the same height, but they're technically less height for your foot, but they make you high. And I walked off a curb and snapped my leg. So since then, I've had a lot of times where my ankle has rolled. I have sprained both my ankles, but my left one a lot more. So that means that there's more scar tissue, which is just a tissue that builds back stronger, but less mobile. That's a kind of a good thing in life, actually. If you think about that, whoa, there's the thought of the day, how fitness helps you, is that when you go through a tough time, you'll get through it and you'll build back stronger. But you'll have to remember that you'll also become less mobile, so less maybe flowy or changey, or you might, if you get some PTSD from some sort of incident, you'll be more rigid, on guard, and you'll have to learn to shed that, become more mobile afterwards. More fluid to be able to enjoy life. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna go roll this now. I don't know if I'm ever going to post this video because I always just judge myself. But I think that, yeah, maybe it's just time just to start uploading videos, no matter how you might feel about them. Because I'm not going to edit them. I'm serious. It sucks to edit things. So I'm going to make a new YouTube account. Okay, cool. Thanks for following. This is going somewhere, so if you want to stick around for the ride, it'd be cool to have you. Otherwise, check back in later on in a couple months, years, whatever. I mean, you'll probably hear me in a couple of years again, because yeah, I'm here to help the world. I'm here to change the world. Provide that knowledge of how to heal your body, how to learn how to think and heal it for yourself. And yeah, I'm just here for the ride. Aren't we all? Okay, yeah. I will be back later with some more principles.